The Lancaster County Courthouse, where 6.5 years ago, Wendy Flanders first stepped in and filed the initial false accusation against me. I would love to take your picture. This is a good man. But I'm the star of my own show, you know. It's done broke already. Hey, there's a good man. Hey, Pat, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm here doing my little piece.
I'm here for the big show.
This is the big show. So 6.5 years ago, Wendy Flanders lodged her first false accusation against me, beginning this nightmare which has ensued, and the marring of my son's life along the way. Today we go in for a monumental event. Wendy Flanders is going to be convicted, I'm confident, of perjury, and will leave the court today a convicted felon. And, quite likely, as far as I know, the first ever in the history of America woman who will be convicted for lying in a custody proceeding. It's about time, folks. Anyways, $400,000, 6.5 years, a couple stints in jail. I fought every piece of the system that she has thrown at me, and we're still standing. We're going in today for a taste of daddy justice. Well, folks, the morning session was hot and heavy. We had Eric Stroop go up. We had Eric McCready, 2 cops. We had myself. Then we had Wainwright Dawson and Jan Walters. Wendy did not testify in her own defense and produced no other witnesses to testify in her defense. My favorite part was there's a reporter in there all day, Brett Hambright from the Intel. And Jimmy Wallman keeps leaning over to him and putting his crap in his ear. So when we came back from lunch, I leaned over to him while Jimmy was bugging his ear, and I said, "Hey, don't believe anything he said. He's a liar. He lies." Let's see, we should have the parties all leaving soon. What do you think, Wendy? Any comment? Hello, how you doing, guys? Hey! Cheering squad. Any comment from you, Mr. Marinara?
Not at this time, sir.
Okay. We'll look for you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Yo, baby, what's up?
Any comment from you, Mr. Harper?
Bill 2685.
Guilty. 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 Perjury. False swearing and false police reports. Wendy Flanders has been found guilty. For the first time in the history of Lancaster County Court, for the first time likely in the history of American court, a woman who lied in custody court for the purposes of taking a child and who lied to police to try to put a father in jail for things he didn't do has finally been found guilty. Hallelujah for the millions of men who don't know their children based on false accusations. And to you tens of millions of children out there who think your dad is an awful man because of the things you've heard, think again. Maybe so, maybe no. Daddy Justice, here today, signing off. How many school children in America don't know their own fathers as a result of false accusations? I must tell you honestly that when the verdict came down, I felt overwhelmingly sad. I felt sad for Wendy. I shouldn't. She tried to put me in jail for over 20 years. But I felt sad for her and for my son, of course. I felt sad for what I've been through for all the years also. And I felt disappointed that through all the process, what I thought would have happened 6.5 years ago, all I wanted to happen was for Wendy Flanders to get help and to stop behaving in these awful ways, destroying our lives and hers. But she's not received any help in that regard. Not from Calvary Church. Not from the family court system. Not from the guardian ad litems or the counselors. And not from Bob Stein, who's been treating her for 18 years. But won't come and testify. And she won't testify about what happens there. Bob, I don't think it's working. Anyways, the long and the short of it is I'm overwhelmingly happy for the fathers coming down the road who may not have to go to jail, for the children who are going to know their fathers and love their fathers and respect their fathers in times from here on, because their fathers will not be thrown in jail for things they didn't do. Their fathers will be once again afforded the rights of due process, which coincidentally were championed by a gentleman by the name of Thaddeus Stevens many years ago here in Lancaster County, and which we're going to do our best to begin to reintroduce into the court systems of Lancaster County. Because when a father such as myself can be hauled out of his home in the middle of the night and thrown in jail based on the words of a liar, without a jury of his peers, without any evidence, that, my friends, is un-American. And that's why we're here. Daddy Justice. Signing off.